Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome back for part 2 of the 10 best Montreal Canadiens player seasons this century. In part 2, I'll look at the defense. Larry Robinson led the way in the last century with a great offensive season while still delivering his usual stifling defense as part of Montreal's big three with Serge Savard and Guy Lapointe. That was the 1976-77 season, and he posted season totals of 19 goals, 66 assists, and 85 points, and a Norris Trophy. Can anyone this century match the Big Bird's numbers? Let's get started, but don't forget, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Number 10, Jeff Petrie, 33 years old in 2020-2021. That was the All-Canadian division where they played against their division rivals only. 55 games played, 12 goals, 30 assists for 42 big points. And if you prorate that, you're looking at like a 65-point season. On the power play, 4 goals, 11 assists for 15 points on a pretty, let's face it, shitty power play for Montreal, right? Jeff Petrie, definitely a leader defensively on the team and offensively from the back end. Puck-moving defenseman, not a lot on this team, especially that year. And, Jeff Petrie, who's just recently been traded, deserved to be on this list. I know a lot of people are probably saying no because of the last season, and it's like recency bias, but Jeff Petrie was pretty damn good when he was here. Number 9, PK Subban, 24 years old in 2013-14 in 82 games. 10 goals, 43 assists for 53 points. On the power play, 4 goals, 19 assists, and 23 points. PK Subban, definitely when he was here, my favorite Hab. Exciting, lift you right out of your seat. Sure, he took some chances on, defensively, I guess. But PK Subban was a pretty solid defenseman. I'm saying solid, and that doesn't do him justice. He appears, I think, a few times on this list. He was only 24 years old. He had some great seasons that young. And interestingly enough, once he left Montreal, it took a couple of seasons and his career kind of went downhill after that. But PK Subban, I don't know what else to say about him. He was great while he was here. Number 8, Andrei Markov, 36 years old in 2014-15 in 81 games, 10 goals, 40 assists for 50 points. On the power play, 4 goals, 21 assists for 25 points. So half of his points came on the power play. Andrei Markov, definitely probably the greatest defenseman. I want to say aside from PK Subban, but I'm sorry, if you look at his numbers over this 21st century, he's the number one defenseman in my mind. I did name him that in my other video about the 12 best players in the 21st century here in Montreal. So there you go. At 36 years old, had one of his best seasons, consistently amongst the best Habs defensemen, offensively, defensively, all around. What else can you say about Andrei Markov? Number 7, let's yo-yo back to PK Subban, 26 years old in 2015-16, 68 games, 6 goals, 45 assists for 51 points. On the power play, 2 goals, 22 assists, 24 points. And that kind of, mirrors that last season there that we showed of Andrei Markov. He did it in less games. PK Subban, just a great defenseman, especially while he was here in Montreal. What else can I say about him that I haven't already said? Number 6 in the yo-yo, Andrei Markov, 29 years old in 2007-08, 82 games, 16 goals, 42 assists for 58 points. On the power play, 10 goals, 22 assists, 32 points. And once again, Andrei Markov, Andrei Markov, it's kind of a shame he didn't get, it's a crime he didn't get those 10 games to even out his record at 1,000 games played for Montreal, the only team he played for in the NHL. And just Andrei Markov, if he didn't have that injury to his, I think it was an ankle injury, and that kept him pretty much out of action for 2 seasons. Can you imagine the numbers? And he might be one of the all-time greats in Montreal. I think he actually qualifies for that already, and I'm babbling. No surprise. Number 5, PK Subban, 25 years old in 2014-15 in 82 games, 15 goals, 45 assists for 60 points. On the power play, 8 goals, 13 assists for 21 points. And PK Subban, obviously, as he got older, just got better, and his numbers went up. And it's still, saying that, wasn't his best season. Number 4, Mark Streit, 30 years old in 2007-08 in 81 games, 13 goals, 49 assists, 62 points. If you consider that Andrei Markov that same year had 58 points, that was one hell of an offensive defense. On the power play, Streit had 7 goals, 27 assists for 34 points, and kind of came out of nowhere. Remember when he was drafted, didn't know who this guy was. The captain of the Swiss international team, just a really solid defenseman. Only was here 3 years, but Mark Streit, saw it was a mistake when they drafted him, but definitely wasn't. Number 3, Sheldon Souray at 30 years old, 2006-2007. In 81 games, 26 goals, 38 assists for 64 big points. On the power play, 19 goals, 29 assists for 48 points. Kind of like a power play specialist. Sheldon Souray had that shot from the point, heavy shot. I think a little bit on the wild side, but a heavy shot, and people wanted to get out of the way of that. And he scored a lot of goals with that shot from the point, especially on the power play. I think he set a Habs record with those 19 goals on the power play. So Sheldon Souray, deserving of number 3 here. Number 2, Andrei Markov, 30 years old in 2008-2009. Andrei Markov had 78 games played, 12 goals, 52 assists for a whopping 64 points. On the power play, 7 goals, 32 assists for 39 points. And like I said, what can you say about Andrei Markov? Consistently good, consistently at the top of the Habs offensive and defensive stats. Just a solid defenseman. Andrei Markov, will he make the Hall of Fame? He might one day. I can see that. I don't know. That leaves us with number 1. Who is number 1 on this list? Number 1, PK Subban at 23 years old in 2012-2013. It was a lockout season. In 42 games, 11 goals, 27 assists for 38 points. And if you prorate that, that's like close to a 70-point season. On the power play, 7 goals, 19 assists, 26 points. And he was the Norris Trophy winner. He was our last Norris Trophy winner, and very deserving of number 1. That was a fantastic season by PK Subban, and I believe he leads this list, or is at least tied with Markov. He leads this list, in I think with 4 of the best seasons. So that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think there's somebody else that should be on this list that I've left off, and who should they replace? And that's it. Check out the forwards list is right here. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you next time. Bye, everybody.